Before the first spoke is set, we must strip the Earth back to its bedrock to support a monumental legacy. Precision at this stage is non-negotiable. A single millimeter of error could compromise the museum's massive steel arches.
We begin the deep descent, removing 50,000 cubic tons of earth to make room for the subterranean galleries. Raw hydraulic power transforms the landscape, preparing the site for the skeletal foundation of the two wheels of wonder.
Logistics operate on a 24-hour cycle, ensuring the site is cleared before the first structural elements arrive.
Subsurface challenges require immediate tactical shifts, utilizing high-impact percussion to clear the path.
Compaction creates the stable platform necessary to prevent the museum's curved walls from shifting. Moisture is the silent enemy of engineering, requiring a seamless barrier to protect future exhibits.
An intricate network of arterial drainage is laid, designed to channel storm runoff away from the museum's core. Every joint must be airtight, reinforced by welds as durable as the earth they inhabit.
The arrival of raw steel marks the transition from destruction to the first whispers of construction. Tens of thousands of hand-tied intersections form the woven mat that will distribute massive structural loads.
The geometry of the bicycle begins to emerge, defined by a complex grid of reinforced steel. We verify every height against the digital twin of the museum to ensure perfect architectural alignment.
The site stands ready for the transition from flexible earth to the permanence of stone.
Quality control is the heartbeat of the project, ensuring every cubic yard meets our rigorous standards. Beneath the floor lies a hidden world of data and power, fueling the interactive exhibits of tomorrow. We are threading the lifeblood of the building into its very skeleton.
Layers of aggregate provide the final drainage layer before the structural slab is cast. Total stability is achieved through high-frequency vibration and meticulous leveling. We build upward and outward simultaneously, preparing for the vertical rise of the frame.
Natural materials are integrated into the modern design to anchor the museum to its historical site.
Preparation is complete. The void is ready to be filled with the museum's core. Synchronization is key as we prepare for the most critical phase of the foundation.
The stage is set for the transformation of raw materials into a world-class architectural wonder. The big pour begins, a continuous 36-hour operation to create a monolithic raft foundation. This high-strength mixture is the bedrock of our vision, engineered to withstand the pressures of gravity. Mechanical vibration ensures the concrete is dense and free of voids, guaranteeing structural integrity. Surface refinement transforms the raw pour into a polished floor capable of supporting heavy machinery.
With the base cured, the museum has officially claimed its place on the map. We verify the strength of our work, ensuring the foundation can support triple its expected load.
The vertical spine of the museum begins to climb, providing the structural anchor for the roof.
These bolts will soon hold the weight of the massive spoke columns that define the building's shape.
Modular construction techniques allow us to build with speed without sacrificing precision.
Control is measured in inches as we piece together the museum's lower vault.
An impermeable shield is applied to ensure the museum's archives remain bone dry for centuries. Heat and chemistry combine to create a subterranean armor against groundwater.
The earth is returned to its place, anchoring the structure firmly into the landscape. We wait for the perfect chemical balance before proceeding with the upper structural steel. The interface between concrete and steel is established, the literal transition point of the museum's strength. Every fastener is tensioned to exact specifications to prevent any structural sway.
The architecture begins to speak, mimicking the elegant geometry of a bicycle frame.
Fusion welding creates a bond stronger than the parent metal itself.
Heavy lift operations require a choreographed dance between multiple machine operators. Perfection is our only metric as the museum's public face takes shape. The two wheels are now skeletal ghosts rising from the industrial floor.
Safety is integrated into the design, protecting the structure from the unthinkable. These trusses will bridge the gap between the wheels, creating the museum's central chainstay corridor. Defying gravity, we move the heavy bones of the museum into their final resting place.
The foundation is set, the frame is tall, and the vision is becoming reality. Verticality begins now as the museum's central hub rises toward the sky.
Every element is custom geometry, designed to mimic the aerodynamic curves of a racing cycle.
Braving the heights, our teams marry heavy industry with artistic precision. High-tension bolting provides the rigid strength necessary to support the cantilevered glass roof. The structural metaphor of the wheel is finally visible, a testament to the world's most efficient machine.
Technology allows us to etch the story of cycling directly into the museum's skin. We expand the internal square footage, creating floating galleries that look out over the main floor.
High-tension cables mimic the spokes of a high-performance wheel, blending function and form. Delicate materials require specialized machinery to ensure safe passage to the roof. Vacuum technology allows for the seamless installation of the museum's transparent tires. Natural light will flood the core, illuminating the history of cycling from above.
Movement is at the heart of this design, starting from the very first step inside. Climate control systems are hidden within the structure to keep the air as clean as a mountain trail.
The museum begins to shimmer, reflecting the classic aesthetics of 1950s cycle design.
The scale of the interior is breathtaking, designed to house everything from high wheelers to carbon fiber prototypes. Artistic details connect the massive engineering to the human craft of bike building. At night, the museum will glow like a bicycle light, a beacon in the city skyline.
High-speed connectivity will power the museum's augmented reality tours.
These sweeping pathways guide visitors into the museum with the fluid grace of a downhill descent. Controlled cracking prevents the beautiful curves from splintering under the summer sun. This kinetic centerpiece will move in real time, powered by solar energy collected on the roof.
Engineering becomes art when every component works in perfect harmony.
The true face of the two wheels of wonder is finally revealed as the grime of labor is washed away. Protection systems are activated, guarding the priceless treasures that will soon arrive.
The heavy lifting is done. The skeletal frame is now a living, breathing building. The hard edges of industry are softened by a ring of nature. The museum's outer circle is now complete, a perfect geometric loop.
This is more than a museum. It's a living space where visitors can ride the exhibits. Wayfinding marks the transition from a construction site to a public destination.
The residents of this palace have arrived, spanning 200 years of innovation.
We anchor the future in the lessons of the past.
Dynamic illumination brings the structure to life as the sun disappears.
Interactive technology bridges the gap between the visitor and the machine. Every corner of the design reinforces the theme of the world on two wheels.
Refueling the body is as important as fueling the mind.
The building responds to its environment, optimizing light and temperature. Perfection in detail is what defines a masterpiece.
We encourage the very lifestyle we celebrate within these walls. Sustainability is woven into the museum's DNA. Space, light, and motion converge in this cathedral of cycling. The heartbeat of the museum is ready to pulse. Nothing goes to waste in a world built on the beauty of the wheel. The finish line is finally in sight. The heavy machines depart, leaving behind their greatest achievement. Life begins with the first rotation. The next generation of engineers and explorers finds inspiration here. We build for the wonder in their eyes. A new icon is added to the city's crown. Thousands of hours of labor culminate in this single moment of completion.
A monument to human movement is finished. The giant bicycle museum stands as a beacon of engineering and a temple to the wheel.